It's July 31st, 2023, and I've got 3 free best bets for you. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag and make some money. We are wrapping up the month of July. We absolutely had an amazing month. We started off the month super hot, killing like every pick. We slowed down a little bit over the last week or so, but we finished off Friday really hot as always. 2-1 on the day, cashed on the Red Sox money line, plus 130 value, can't beat that. Cashed on our Nerfy of the day of the Orioles and Yankees. We did lose on our 3-leg player prop hitter parlay. Justin Turner did not get a hit there. That was disappointing to see, but guess what? Still an overall successful day. 2-1 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here, our July record right here, our baseball record right here. We're still killing the game as always, and the thing that I'm most proud of is that even with a lot of these picks is we've got really good value on them. So even though, like, you know, we might have won all our picks, but we weren't taking bets at minus 180. We weren't taking minus 200 bets. We had really good value on all our bets, and that goes a really long way when it comes down to preserving your bankroll. And I actually just dropped a new video on my YouTube channel. You can see that video right here. I've got it pinned right up here. I'll also put it in the description and the banner up top so you guys can go check out that new video on how to find value in your picks. Like, what are you looking for when you're trying to take picks and then get the best value or the best odds on these picks? Because trust me, in baseball, that's the #1 thing that's going to help and save your bankroll, because some days you're going to think the big favorites are going to win at minus 220 odds, and guess what? They're going to lose. We've seen that all weekend long. We've seen that all year long. Some of the teams that you expect to win don't win, and what happens is you end up betting too much, over leveraging, and then your bankroll ends up getting depleted because guess what? You've had too many losses in a row. So it's really important that even though you are taking certain bets, that you're still finding really good value. So I did a video on that for you guys, so make sure you guys are checking that out, and always liking that video and this video, and just letting me know what you guys want to hear or any questions that you might have, so this way I can create a video and help you out as we're just trying to become better bettors and grow our bankrolls and get after the bag. So I've got 3 more great picks today with really good value on all these picks, which I absolutely love. So let's dive into our first best bet of the day. Now, first best bet of the day, we got a 2-team money line parlay. I haven't done a 2-team steam in a while. Kind of got away from them because a lot of underdogs were winning, or if one favorite was not winning or not showing up. But I really like both of these teams today, and that's the Brewers on the money line. I like the Astros on the money line. You parlay those together, you get to plus 130 odds. So really good value. Only wagering a unit to win, or a unit and a third, or $100 to win 130. You can't beat that. And we've got 2 pitching matchups that I really want to exploit today. First matchup, we got Corbin Burnes against Jake Irvine. And it's hard to really go against Corbin Burnes right now and the Brewers. He's been pitching absolutely fantastic over the past month, 9-6 on the year with a 3.46 ERA, and in 5 straight starts, Corbin Burnes has gone at least 6 or more innings and has had 2 earned runs or less. That's really good, and that makes it really easy for us as handicappers in order to back him, because I love to back consistency. You guys know that. The Brewers are 4-1 on the money line in his last 5 starts, so he's been getting it done. He's been able to pick up the wins. And on the other side, Jake Irvine, he's been able to pitch a little bit better of late, but the biggest thing that's glaring out to me is the fact of the sharp contact that he gives up. He's been finding his strikeout stuff of late, which is good to see, but also at the same time, he's given up a ton of sharp contact, which led to a lot of home runs. He's given up 1 home run in each of his last 6 starts, including 3 last game against the Rockies. And then you're probably saying to yourself, well, Noble, he played the Rockies. You know they give a lot of home runs at Coors Field, but that's the thing. The game was at home for the Nationals. So this was in Washington, D.C., where he gave up 3 home runs against the Rockies, which is not really one of the best hitting teams in baseball. And again, 1 home run in 6 straight games, that allows me to know that he has something going on in terms of that's a consistent behavior there, and that's tough to go against a Brewers team that's hitting the ball really well. You've got Yelich in the lineup, you've got Contreras in the lineup, you've got a lot of guys who can really get a hold of that baseball, and then Irvine just has not been as strong as we need to see. A 4.97 ERA at home, that's really tough to back, and I think this is just a great matchup for the Brewers. They have the better pitcher on the mound, who's been in excellent form. Their bats are a lot hotter, and they also have something to play for. The fact that they're in a really tight central race between the Reds, you've got the Cubs on their heels, they're trying to win that division. I think they have a lot more to play for than the Nationals, who are just truthfully out of the playoff picture at this point, in my personal opinion. So because of that, give me the Brewers on the money line. We're backing the better team, the better lineup, the better pitching, and the team that has more incentive going down the back stretch of the year. The Brewers on the money line for the first leg of the parlay. Now the second leg of the parlay, we're taking the Astros on the money line because this is another pitching matchup that I think that we're just getting really good value at, and that's That's JP Sears going on the mound for the Astros against Noah Syndergaard for the Guardians. That is right. Noah Syndergaard is now on the Guardians. He got traded from the Dodgers earlier this past week for Eddie Rosario. I don't know exactly how I feel about that trade for the Guardians, considering the fact that Eddie Rosario is a pretty good player for a shortstop, and Noah Syndergaard is just a shell of his former self. He's not the ace that we used to know in the Mets organization, and truthfully with the Dodgers, he was not really good this year, especially the fact that he's also coming off an injury. I'm not a big fan of that. 7.16 ERA on the year for Syndergaard, a 10.96 ERA on the road, and then this game is on the road for the Guardians, which makes it even worse in my opinion. And like I said, he's coming off an injury. He hasn't played in the majors over the past month or so. He hasn't had a start since June the 7th, and in that start, he only went 3 innings to give up 6 earned runs before he had to leave. I think all those factors scream out that, you know what, this is the Astros game for them to take. Their big bats are back in the lineup. They're finally healthy. Altuve's back. Yordan Alvarez is back. You guys know Kyle Tucker's been doing his thing. Chas McCormick's been on absolutely fire. So it's just really tough for me to back any team but the Astros in this matchup here. They're 6th in the majors in runs per game over the last month. And like I said, Syndergaard has given up a ton of runs all year long. And the Guardians are a little bit different than the Dodgers offense, considering the Guardians do not score as many runs as the Dodgers, nor do they have as many big bats in that lineup. So that's really tough to see. And then JP France has been pitching really well as well. Back-to-back starts, 14 innings combined in that matchup against the Rangers and the A's. He only gave up 1 earned run over those 2 starts. Astros are 5-0 on the money line in his last 5 starts. You love to see that. So give me the Astros on the money line here, parlaying that with the Brewers on the money line here. I think both of these teams can win on the run line if you just want to take us a straight-up single play. But I think we're getting really good value, plus 130 odds when you parlay those two together. For our second best bet of the day, we're going to a Nerfy here. And you guys know Nerfies have been absolutely on fire on the channel for us. I think we've hit our last 4 in a row on the Nerfies. Let's see if we can keep that streak going. We've got the Phillies and Marlins in this Nerfy, minus 130 on Bovada. As always, make sure you shop around. Bovada typically tends to have the highest odds, so make sure you look at Caesars, make sure you look at FanDuel, make sure you look at DraftKings, as they sometimes tend to have better odds out there. We've got Edward Cabrera going on the mound for the Marlins. We've got Taijuan Walker on the mound for the Phillies, and I like both of these pitchers here when it comes down to Nerfies. Taijuan Walker is 15-6 on Nerfies this year, including hitting his last 2 in a row, while Edward Cabrera is 13-3 on Nerfies this year, including hitting his last 6 in a row. So you love to see that really consistent Nerfy success rate from both of these pitchers. And then you guys always know I'm always fading the Marlins in the first inning because they're one of the slowest offenses to get going. 81% Nerfy success rate. They haven't scored a run in the first inning in 2 straight matchups. And then the Phillies, you might expect them to do a little bit better on Nerfies considering who they have in their lineup, but their offense has not been that strong, especially the top of their lineup. I mean, they've got Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff. He has a batting average of under 200 on the year, so it hasn't been the best offense for the Phillies, especially starting early in the games. 72% Nerfy success rate, or they have not scored a run in the first inning in 6 straight games. So I think both of these pitchers should be able to get it done for us today. Getting pretty good value on Bovada, which means that they're going to be much better value on some of the other sports books. So again, shop around there. But give me Taijuan Walker, Edward Cabrera, the Phillies, and the Marlins to not score a run in the first inning. All we need is 6 outs. Let's sweat it as our second best bet of the day. For our third and final best bet of the day, you guys know where I'm going. I'm going with a 2-leg player prop hitter parlay. We've been doing really well on these, even though we didn't cash in on Friday. These have been supporting our bankroll and been helping contribute to our win streak over the past month. So it's only fitting that we end off the month strong. And we're going to go with 2 guys who we've rocked with on the channel in the past. I really like the way that they've been swinging the bat lately, and that's Christian Yelich, and I'm going with Justin Turner again, both to get 1 hit, minus 113 odds on FanDuel. And you just can't go against both of these guys. Yelich is batting .311 over the past 15 days, while Turner's batting .291 over the last 15 games. They've both been swinging the bat really well, and I like the fact that they both have favorable pitching matchups. The Brewers are facing Jake Irvine. For the Nationals, like I mentioned, he gives up a lot of sharp contact, a lot of home runs, and he's also given up 8.96 hits per 9 innings. That means that he's given up a nice and fair amount of contact and a nice amount of hits. It also helps that Christian Yelich is batting .335 against right-handed pitchers this year. He has at least 1 hit in 21 of his last 24 games. So you love to see that. He also has 2 home runs in his last 5 games. So if you want to take a sprinkle a little bit on a home run player prop parlay, Irvine's going to give up a home run from what it looks like, and Yelich has been swinging the bat really well. So give me Christian Yelich as the first leg of the parlay. He's got a good hitter streak going on right now. We should be able to keep that momentum going. And then Justin Turner, I'm going with him. Even though he didn't cash in for us on Friday, he has been swinging the bat well. He has at least 1 hit in 21 of his last 23 games. It's just our luck, right, that one of the games that he doesn't have a hit is the game that we bet on him. So I think that we should be able to run it back today and he'll be all right. He's facing George Kirby for the Mariners, who's given up about 8.81 hits per 9 innings. He has faced him 3 times in the past. Only 1 hit off of him in 3 times, but that's still good for a 333 batting average. So all we need is 1 hit today off of Kirby. I think Justin Turner can get it done. He's been swinging the bat really well over the last several games, and I think there's no reason why he shouldn't get it done today. So give me Justin Turner 1 hit, Christian Yelich to get 1 hit. You parlay those together, you get to -113 odds on FanDuel as my final and last best bet of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 3 picks that I really love, 3 plays that we should be able to cash in and make some bread on. I'm looking to end the month strong and getting back to it in the month of August, as we're going to have college football right around the corner. I'm super excited. Our last full month without any football or only just baseball on the slate. So I'm excited for more options coming up next month. I hope that you've been able to make some money on the channel. And if you have been, I'd greatly appreciate that if you share this video with somebody, and then you also drop a comment and like the video, so this way we can help grow the algorithm, get it out to more people, so this way they can continue to make money together. As always, make sure that you're checking out that last video that we posted, so this way you can find more ways to become a better. And then I can't wait to see you inside the Telegram group. Link is in the bio below, so this way we can discuss some of the other matchups tonight, because I think there's a lot of great value. You got that Rays and Yankees game that I think there's some good value on. We got that Blue Jays Orioles game that I think that we might be able to find a winner on. So there's a few other matchups that I really like that I want to dive into, so I can't wait to hear your opinions on those games right in the Telegram group, where we're trying to grow our bankrolls every single day. Let's get after it. Let's get to that money. Dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, guys.